My friend told me hot chocolate. Okay. Hi guys, my name is Zahira. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we're going to be talking about something that's a little bit on the vulnerable side and out of the ordinary, but I thought it'd be a cool idea if I were to talk about how I cope with my failures. And so for this video, it's just gonna be like mainly surrounding school and academics, because even though I do have other failures in like athletics and stuff, it hasn't really made a big impact on my life besides school. For this video, I'm going to be doing my homework as I talk to you guys, because I think it's just going to be really weird if I just lecture you guys for 10 minutes. So let's get my materials. This is the homework that we're going to be doing. Today we're going to be doing AP macroeconomics homework. Okay, I'm going to be updating my planner. I really wanted to make this video with you guys because I think like being transparent on YouTube is just not a thing anymore, and people just love showing off the successes and all of the wins that they have in their life. But of course, no one's gonna want to share like the journey or the sacrifices they made to get there. And I don't want any of you guys to think that I'm perfect. I'm like this perfect student that gets straight A's and aces her tests all the time, because I'm human too. I make mistakes. I don't get A's on every single test. Macro homework, and then I have calc, then I have... Okay, let's just get straight into it. So let's talk about the main failures that I've gone through within school. So kind of like the main failures I've gone through school are failing 2 AP exams and getting rejected from a full-ride scholarship that I worked like my ass off for 2 months for. Shit was devastating as fuck. So the first AP exam that I failed, it was sophomore year. This was during distance learning. Very bad time. And I was taking AP Euro history, and that class is pretty like content heavy. For it being like kind of seen as like an easy class, it's so content heavy. It's like AP US history. There's so much things you have to learn, and this over distance learning is hell. So I took that exam and I got a 2. Last year during my junior year, I took AP language and composition, and I also got a 2 on that. Which, okay, listen, I was devastated that I failed that exam, because the booklet that they give you to take the exam, I failed every single page and even wrote an extra one. And I was honestly shocked that I failed, because I was like, I put so much effort and I knew what I was doing. I was getting good grades throughout the year, and for this to happen doesn't make any sense. I don't know if I completely got over that failure. The full-ride scholarship, I am going to leave their name out of the video just as respect for that one. I found out about that scholarship in my summer going into senior year. I submitted it in September, so it took about like 1 to 2 months just getting all those essays together, getting all those short answer questions together, letter of recommendations, transcripts, photos, you name it. Like, it was all there, and I got rejected. Looking back at this, it's kind of sad to like talk about it, but it doesn't matter. Like, it happened in the past. I kind of went through the same like phases and stages for most of them, because I don't know, that's just like my coping mechanisms and like how I react to things. So I'm going to divide my reactions into stages. Oh my god, I'm talking about this shit as if it's like depression. It honestly was for a little bit, because it put me in such a bad place for short amount of time, because I'm kind of a person that I obsessively think about something, and when it comes to like my goals and like becoming successful in school, I think about those things a lot, and me succeeding at those things. And when I fail, I don't know how to handle that. That brings me to the first stage, which is acceptance. I tried to deny the truth for every single one of them. I remember like specifically for the AP Lang one, my friend told me that the scores were updated, and I checked on my computer and I passed my AP US one, passed my psych one, then I scroll to the bottom and I see 2, and I was like, no, that can't be real. Like, I think they gave that score to the wrong student. But no, that can't be real. I wrote in that entire answer booklet. How can that be real? No. I just kept pushing and pushing the truth even more for me. And for a good like day or two, I thought I passed, but they just gave me the wrong score. When does that ever happen? Never. I was out of my mind. And so like after a few days, I was just like, fuck, like like I failed. There's nothing that I can do about it, you know? So obviously after I found out, there were so many tears involved, so many mental breakdowns, so many thoughts in my head that I was asking myself, like, why did I take this course if I failed, you know? Because I don't know if you guys know how AP classes work, but if you don't pass the exam, you don't get college credit. You do pass the class in high school, it's considered you passed the class in high school, but that whole year and all those tests and practice tests are to build you for the AP exam. And so I was just so disappointed, humiliated, embarrassed that I fucking failed. Like, how the fuck? And I guess like I saw it as like this reputation thing too, because I'm like, people know me as a smart girl, someone who's studious and gets good grades. I can't be failing, you know, this is gonna ruin my reputation and whatever. God, I was kind of crazy. I still am crazy. Oh. I remember for the full-ride scholarship one, I remember I was laying in bed and I got the email on my phone because it was on my Gmail. And so I check and it was like, I'm sorry, we're sorry to tell you that you have been denied from this organization, blah, blah, blah. You'll do better, we wish you the best of luck, whatever. And I was like, they sent this to the wrong person again. Like, they emailed this to the wrong person. There was another Zahira. There was another Zahira in the email, and they sent it. How the fuck does that happen? No. Like, I was so crazy. I was so stupid. I'm like the type of person who doesn't really get over shit quickly. Like, it takes me a long time to accept something. When I'm first hit with it, that's probably like my first instinct is to just like deny accepting it. This is probably like the hardest part because you don't know what to do, you know? Like, you're in your room, you just put so much effort into this one thing and it crumbled, it failed, because you don't know what to do with your life because all of that time you've been working for this one thing. And so for what I recommend for this part is just surround yourself with people who love you, do things that you enjoy, keep yourself busy, because if you're a thinker like me, you're just gonna want to isolate yourself and push people away, and that's gonna cause even more destructive thoughts. I remember during the school year when I got the email for the full-ride scholarship, I just kept dwelling about that motherfucking email. I'm like in my room, I'm like, why did this happen to me? Like, why me? I put so much effort into this one thing and it still happened. Like, oh my god, what am I gonna do now? My whole life is over. Like, I'm just gonna give up on everything. Like, those thoughts went everywhere. This is probably like 1 to 2 weeks, maybe 3 after the incidents and what happened. And then I'm probably over the failure. I still think about it in my head, but it's kind of like an afterthought now. I'm not like obsessively thinking over it. So time is honestly the best healer. When a certain amount of time has passed, you have to reflect back and change some steps if you're gonna attack the same goal in the future, you know. So for me, those AP exams, even though I failed, I look back and I'm like, what did I do that was wrong? I crammed studying, which is horrible. With AP exams, you cover a lot of content in a short amount of time. And so for that, you need an even bigger amount of time to retain that information. I probably started studying like 2 to 3 weeks before the exam. I learned throughout the years that that's not really something you do. This is something that you should be like prepping for months in advance, because it's just so much content to go over. Plus the content, you have to learn how to take the actual test, because you're under a time limit, you have a certain amount of questions, and for some of these exams you have essays to write. From that, I kind of learned for this year's exams, because I'm in AP classes this year, to want to space my studying and prepare better, because I didn't do that last year. I do think that a lesson comes out of everything, and so I believe I was meant to get rejected from the 4i scholarship. Look at it simply. If they wanted me, they would have accepted me. If those AP exams liked my writing style and my tests and I did it correctly, I would have passed. But I didn't. And that's just how things work. Okay, I'm not gonna do my homework, so I'm just gonna put it away. Those are all the lessons and advice that I want to give to you guys, and hopefully this helped someone else out today. I know it can be hard and you feel so miserable when something bad happens to you, but you just gotta slowly get back on your feet and everything's gonna be okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys tune in next time, and like, comment, and subscribe. Oh fuck, I haven't said that. Is this my first time saying that? Okay. Comment down below the stuff that you guys want me to talk about or to cover if it's school related, and thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a nice day. Bye bye.